Hello soulmates, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be drafting a Victorian corset. Please, if you're new, just hit the subscribe button and help our channel grow. So we'll just go straight into our tutorial. So firstly, I'll take my bust span measurement divided by 2. That's because my fabric is on fold, and I'll take it and then to create our first dart. So I'll quickly take 1 inch on the underbust, the waistline, and on the full length I will take out half of an inch on both sides. Taking out 1 inch on the underbust, waistline, and the waistline. This is because most of the contouring goes to the underbust and the waistline. While on the full length, we are taking half of an inch on both sides. Sorry, I took it out of view. I'll connect the lines to create our dart, just like you see me do. Afterwards, I'm going to simply use a curved ruler and connect it up to our bust spine line to create our bust shape. You can see our bust is already taking shape. The next thing to do is to create our neckline. And to create our neckline, I went up by 1.5 inch. This depends on what you want. You can either go up by 1 inch, 2 inch, depends on your choice. So I went up by 1.5 inch, and then I'll connect up the bust span line and then go ahead to do my over the bust tightening. The next thing to do is to quickly take our body's measurement, and I also made a provision of 2.5 inch for that, because in a Victorian corset you can have as much darts as possible. So I'm simply dividing my side panel into 2, as you can see me do, and then I'll create another dart on that line. So after dividing my side panel, I'm going to take out 1 inch. I made provision of 2.5 for that, so I'll take out 1 inch on both sides, which means there is an extra half of an inch which will go for the third dart. So I'm just connecting up like this, and then I'll do the same thing downwards. We've created 2 darts. The remaining half of an inch will bring it to the center front. Yes, half of an inch inward on the waistline. Connect it up to our bust line and then to our full length. Just for the purpose of knowledge, I took out 2 inches on my waist measurement. My waist measurement is 40, but I took out 2 inches for waist snatching effect. So after taking out that, we'll go ahead and determine our neckline. Our neck depth. I'm working with a sweetheart neckline, and for mine, I'll just want it to be half of an inch away downwards from our chest line, as you can see me do. And then on this other part, I'll just connect it up to the armhole. So you can see our front slide is ready. Wow, looking all beautiful. So we'll go ahead to create our backs effect. You can be more dramatic, depends on what you want. For mine, I'll be going up by 2 inches and then connect it to the center front, just like I have done. At this point, you can go ahead and add all your allowances. This is the back pattern. I also went ahead to draft up to this extent. So I'll just take out 4 inch on my chest line, my bust line, my underbust, waistline, and up to the full length to create our first dart. Just like I've done, I took out half of an inch on both sides to create this dart. So I'll quickly take my body's measurement with a provision for another dart, just like we did in the front pattern. So as you can see, I will just simply divide my side panel into 2 and create another dart. This is a Victorian corset and it can have as much dot as you wish. So you can see I will just go in by 1/2 inch on both sides to create the second dot, and the remaining 1/2 inch will be used to eliminate my zipper bulge. I made a provision of 1.5 inch for that, so after taking out 1 inch on this second dot, the remaining 1/2 inch is to eliminate the zipper bulge. I don't know why I'm saying that twice but please take note of it. So on my waistline, I'll be coming in by 1/2 inch, connecting it upwards to my neckline like this, and then downwards to my full length. So I'll be going in also. This is just to account for the 1/2 inch which I went in by. And don't forget, we have to create our back waist, but take note of the areas I'm shading. Those are the places to be cut out. So for our back waist, just like for the front, we went up by 2 inches. On our back pattern, we'll be going up by 2 inches too, so they can align. That's my zipper allowance. Like I said, I went up by 2 inches just like the front, and then connected it up to the center back. At this point, you can go ahead and add all your seam allowances, or just cut out and then you can add it on your fabric. I'll just show you the front pattern, the back pattern after cutout. This is what it looks like. You can see our armhole sitting perfectly. If you're working with something that needs a yoke, you have your armhole, but if you're not, I would advise you cut it out so you have something looking straight. That's if you do not need armhole. So I just quickly labeled my different panels so they don't get mixed up when I'm sewing. As you can see, so this is my front pattern. You can decide to work with or without a yoke. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Thank you.